Welcome to this ScreenFlow tutorial on how to access the forms and select a form in the Talks to Grow system to do a performance discussion with one of your employees. You'll notice that we're already logged into the system, and in our portal there's two primary areas based upon your level of access. One of them is system management. That's where we actually can go in and look at the different features and manage the different users. But the area we'll be taking a look at today is the actual Talks to Grow forms area. So we're actually going to find a form and do a form performance discussion on an employee. So you want to select the icon there. And once again, based upon your level of access, you'll have different icons that may appear. And on this first screen that you actually access right here, these are forms that are assigned to or the history of the person who was logged into the system. So for example, if you're a manager and you have 5 employees, when you initially log in, this is your information right here. So if you have forms that are assigned to you to complete for yourself, they appear in your assigned form section. And if you have a history of forms that have been performed on you, they appear in your history section. So this is actually your personal area in the Talks to Grow system for Talks to Grow forms that you have done. Since we're talking about our employees today, we're going to come over here and click the employee forms icon. It's going to take us to an employee list. This is the demo list, but these are all of the employees which you have ownership of in the Talks to Grow system. So you can see real quickly they have their username, their name, and their position. And what we're going to want to do is come all the way over here to the far right and select that icon, which is the forms icon. And now what you're going to see is for that particular employee that we selected, which was Amy, who is Amy Smith, these are all of the forms in our company that are available to Amy Smith. In these two areas, you see any forms that have already been assigned to Amy Smith, and right now she has nothing assigned to her, as well as a history of forms that may be going on or ones that have already been done in the past. So let's take a look real quick at the history records. In this particular case, we see that there's an incomplete form out here on Amy Smith right now. So let's just assume that this is one that we're already working on. We can come in here, we can edit this particular form. And this is the self-management form, so you can see we already had some rating started. We can add our comments into the comment boxes if we're the ones filling this out. In some situations, it's the employees filling it out. But once you've finished updating the form, you simply click Save. And now that updated version of the form will be available in the History and Forms section. One thing to note too is that you don't want to click Lock and Sign until you are finally finished with the form and after you've delivered the performance discussion. Once you have locked a form, you cannot access or edit that form anymore. So, as we're back at the portal, let's say we want to do a new form on Amy Smith. That it's time to talk to this particular person. We're going to do a coaching progress and planning report with Amy Smith. Since she's the employee that we've already selected, all you have to do is come into here, select that particular form, and you'll see that form comes up with her name in here and ready to go. And simply all we would need to do is go through this particular form, complete it per the instructions from your company. And once we're done putting all of the information in, once again, we would save this particular form and it would show up in this employee's history section at that particular point. So that's how you begin going about adding a form to a particular employee and then beginning a performance discussion on that particular employee with that specific form. If you have any questions about finding the forms or finding your list of employees, I encourage you to contact your system administrator for the Talks to Grow system.